1,500 miles from East Brooklyn, on a bus traveling from Dallas to Austin, Texas, another group of citizen leaders are going to the state capitol to lobby for an innovative public education program called Alliance Schools.
We're here to give you the briefing this morning before we get to Austin.
Margie Veach is a leader in Dallas area interfaith, one of 9 organizations that make up the Texas IAF network.
I don't think I ever really appreciated what it means to be a citizen until I got involved with Dallas Area Interfaith. I think that as most citizens, I thought before that if I didn't break rules or the law and I voted, I had probably done what I was supposed to do.
Using skills learned from community organizing, parents and teachers from the Alliance schools have transformed dozens of low-performing schools from poor neighborhoods into some of the state's top performers. Now they are lobbying to increase funding for the program.
Now we got to figure out how we get to where we're supposed to go. Okay, let's see. We're going to take them out of here.
No. You got to look for the 400.
Yeah, I did.
They may be down
a
here.
little further. Okay. Good morning. Hi.
How are y'all?
What we're interested in is we're here to talk with legislators about an increase in that investment capital fund. And we wanted to ask, how you feel about that fund and if you would support that.
Anytime you're doing, more funds.
We had a number of people who had never been to the state capitol before and who had never talked to a legislator. And so it was an opportunity for them to participate in the process, to understand that this is what you do. You go and talk to the people who represent you to say, I'm important to you.
I teach at Cochran Elementary. We're one of the Alliance schools, and we have been an Alliance school now for 3 years. Basically, what really makes it my passion.
Government's a very intimidating thing. And those of us who served in public office are oftentimes intimidating as well. But that person is prepared. They know exactly what they're going to say. They are given support from the other members in the presentation. And then they go in and they ask for it.
Would you be willing to stand with us at a press conference in the Dallas area to give your support to that program?
If it fits in my schedule. I mean, and I'm not trying to put you off on that. It's just there's some things I've already committed to, and if it's available, it's just slot open, then yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Thank you so much.
I felt that for once in my life, you always think as far as politics is concerned that your opinion does not matter. And at that one instance, I felt that, here's my chance to tell my passion and how I really feel about it. And I was just excited because I was actually face to face in here. Let me tell you my story.
Dominic.
Thanks, man. How are you doing?
You got to sign this.
Chairing a meeting as big as this is probably something different for me. I know it's a role I have to step up to, and it's not going to be easy, but I think I'm ready for it. The mayor is expected to be here. We're all anxious. We're pleased to hear that. But like always, we're in the last minute. We never know how that's going to turn out. We always hold politicians accountable, so he will be confronted with the questions that we're concerned with. The building of Nehemiah homes in Western Pennsylvania and Spring Creek. I'm president of the Nehemiah Homeowners Association in the Brownsville of Brooklyn and a member of the EBC strategy team, and I will be your chair for today's meeting.
Despite doubts about his attendance, Mayor Giuliani arrives midway through the rally. Yet complete funding for both sections of the Nehemiah housing plan is still unsure.
I dreamt that maybe I could get a home, and today I have my home. And some of you that will get homes, Nehemiah homes, need to know that it's more than just getting a home, that the mission is to remember those that didn't get homes when we get our homes, to continue in the struggle. That's where we came from. We came from the struggle.
struggle. Are you ready for the resurrection of your community? Are you ready? Brothers and sisters, the mayor of New York City, Mr. Rudolph Giuliani.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much. Last week, I was very, very pleased to meet with representatives of the East Brooklyn congregations. And I'm also very pleased to say that we are ensuring funding for the Nehemiah Housing Initiative west of Pennsylvania Avenue. And because we recognize the East Brooklyn Nehemiah initiatives as one of the very, very finest low-cost housing initiatives in the city of New York, we're going to make sure that there's enough funding in the budget so that Spring Creek can begin, so that it can begin on time, and so that it won't be interrupted.
Today we was asking him to personally present himself in order that our people would know that he, the mayor, was behind this. We feel victorious.
I think we accomplished what we wanted. We didn't know where it was going to go, but when it got there, it just zoomed off.
Vinny. Well, I tell you, it's to me, it was electrifying. Let's just give a little recognition where it's due. Irvin Dominich, I know he had...
Immediately after an action or rally, EBC members hold an evaluation session with key leaders to critique their performances and discuss future strategy.
Let's give ourselves credit for getting big-time power to react. Let's give ourselves credit for having that kind of power, having that kind of success, and understand.
The whole assembly is like a drama, and you need to know in this drama were all the actors good.
This week, EBC got 2 heavy-duty major officials in New York to react.
If the actors weren't good, how could they be improved? Did the audience understand the message?
The main one we got to react was the mayor.
What's our next step? Are we going to be acting or are we going to be reacting? And if we're going to act, what are we going to do?
Now, not only did we make the mayor react, but we got all the bureaucracy under him reacting too. The good news is it takes a very developed, broad-based organization to pull this off, to pull it off. The other side of the coin is, do we think any of these victories are over?
We've only just begun.
Back in Austin, the Texas IAF is preparing for a meeting with the state's education commissioner and various legislators. They'll be asked to pledge support for the Alliance Schools funding plan.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Moses. We're going through and rehearsing. Actually, this is a blow-by-blow, so we can hone the statement. We have a lot of people speaking, and we want it to be tight.
They're involved in schools, the school process, in a collaborative effort to educate all children, because we are a community of learners, school-wide.
You always want a space that's a little too small for the numbers you're going to have. We hope we have enough people that we're standing room only, because to get the attention of the legislators, we don't have the organized money. We need to have the organized people. They see a throng of people from around the state, all here for this issue. Pretty powerful statement.
Yes, we're going to beat the toss, but more than that, we're developing educated parents who are life learners. Thank you.
We've had rats invading our building for years. Our custodian found 18 rats in one classroom. 18. I put in work orders, I got no response. But our parents wouldn't tolerate rats.